And we are back with more Dark Souls 3, the Fire Phase Edition. Last time we left off, we have scaled most of the archives, I want to say. And we should be nearing in on the final Cinder Lord. Though it's hard to tell, because the final Cinder Lord we know is a prince of Lothric? Sometimes all the names kind of blur together. And I do know there's a bit more of the upper part of the archives I do want to check out. So we have a teleport point. No, we don't have a teleport point unlocked. We have an elevator unlocked. Okay. Oh yeah, and I got my repeating crossbow bolt these days. Although we don't have access to a good secondary crossbow bolt merchant. But alright, let's just go ahead and get into it. Alright, travel. Yes, back to the Grand Archives. I'll admit there's going to be a bit of an adjustment period here, because I was able to get a lot of the recording stuff done for Dark Souls 3 last week, early on in the week. And then I knocked out some other stuff. And, so yeah, it's been like 4 or 5 days since I've last played, and I've played other games in the meantime, so my brain's like, okay, how do I play this game again? It's gonna be like riding a bike, but there's gonna be a few moments of just like, wait, what? Yeah, there we go. It's just like, overall, it's pretty, like, some parts are a bit Monster Hunter, so it's like, okay. But alright, let's go ahead and ride the elevator up. Got our rapport at the ready, we got our katana and scythe. The 300 dudes should not be respawned. We're gonna send the elevator back down. In hindsight, I should have probably kept a better eye out to see if there's any secret, but I guess not. It doesn't really like hug the walls that much. And we haven't gone up there, but that definitely looks like, hey, look at me, there's totally a Cinder Lord over here. But like I mentioned last time, there is... Okay, they don't respawn. There will be wax mages though that respawned up here though, so we gotta be careful about them. Although now, boy, since it's been a bit, I'm trying to remember. I remember that there was more to the archives I wanted to check out, but I am not remembering what it was now. I remember little, dudes over there, and a knight there. We've already come from that way. Oh yeah, but we haven't gone, like, there. On the opposite side. Because that slug man feels like he's probably hiding something from us. Okay, we don't have that many souls, so we should be able to explore at our leisure. Okay, the wax should just wash off by itself here. The big thing is we need to get back onto the roof, because I think... And I guess we can... Hold on. Dust out the binoculars here. I want to say it looks like there's an entrance through that window. But it's a bit hard to tell. Yep, they can't really hit me through the balcony. You wanna come down here? It'll make things a lot easier for me. Excellent, thank you. You spray your wax, and I'm just gonna ignore you. But okay, one gargoyle is out of the way from when we kind of like scale around here. Now, obviously there are other gargoyles to worry about, but one thing at a time, as it were. Now, stay away from there to not activate that one. There is the one over here, I recall. Uh-oh, no, oh, uh-oh, bad. It wasn't until it was too late that I noticed I didn't put the flask back on. Well, egg on my face. At least I sent the elevator down and let's put that flask back on. Okay. Do that again. All in the name of possible treasure. Take a look at this wall here, since it'd either be that side or the other side of the elevator that would have a secret. Oh, dang it. Okay. I didn't realize the button had reset itself yet. Okay. Good. Alright. Take two. I want to say it should be easy enough. The big issue is just not having the flask at the ready. Okay, first... Actually, no, yeah, we need to take down the wax guy because we need to draw the gargoyle down. There we go. Baited out the wax. A gargoyle. Oh, look at me. I'm just living my life, existing. Don't you want to end me? Cool. Confirm that we actually drew him down. Okay, cool. Alright. Down. You do have both hands on the hammer, right? Yeah, okay, cool. Okay. Over here. Keep hugging the wall. Yep, and there's the souls. Okay. Well, if he wants to go down like that, I'm okay with that. Come on. Target. Oh boy, there's gonna be a lot of me swapping in and out the bow, isn't there? Alright, Black Bow Ferris, let's go. And okay, he just like bugs out of geometry. He did that last time too. Okay, put back on the repeating crossbow. I guess I could have used binoculars again to try and like direct that fire, but after last time, it's like, let's not risk it. Okay, good. Twinkly Titanic and Sharp Gem. Nice. Okay. There should only be the one gargoyle this time around now. We have to keep an eye out for like where we can kind of drop down. Obviously not down there. do we get inside here? No obvious way. And that didn't quite work. I was like, kind of just like bopping back down. Make sure that I don't fall down myself, though. There is a path. It's not an obvious one. And last time we checked this, it seemed like a pretty just long you die drop. I feel like it's probably some puzzle I'm missing here, but... As we came in, like, it's obviously connected to this area. But that is also the area that is just, like, right immediately connected to... the little, like, archive area that we ran through. But there's no obvious path... Actually, take that back. So, I was gonna say there's no obvious path, but... technically, there's that suspicious-looking bookshelf that looked like it opened from the other end. So if we go back over here... yeah, so okay, so the window we spotted is actually seemingly an exit. Trying to avoid them. That raises a few questions now, because I'm like, I wonder now if actually the path over there is going up to the to the rafters and then dropping down. Well, why would you want to drop? I mean, I guess there was treasure. That's why you would want to drop down. Okay, that gargoyle let himself go. Oh yeah, we actually didn't go over here. Okay. We did go over here. Okay, so that's how it's all connected. Alright. I see. Because it's all connected, we're gonna drink here. So we should be okay. Gonna bop this guy. Again. Whew. And large Titanite shard. Yeah, like how the frick do we get over there then? I see you preparing your spell at me. Okay, yet again, Black Boa Ferris. There we go. Okay. Cool. But now how do we get up and over there? Okay, there's a ladder that leads up to where he is. Now let's go ahead and get these guys down. Good. Going to drink as it's if we've missed one somehow, then it's gonna be a short ride. Okay. Yeah, that's the ladder that goes up over there. So very peculiar. It kind of makes it so that the question is, like, is that actually the exit? The entrance? I mean, I guess if it connects up from the rafters, maybe there's a higher place we can, like, enter in from? Not that we spotted anything like that, though. It might be that we have to hit a lever somewhere that we haven't found, but... Although I guess... Hold on. Secret? No. I was like, maybe the banister would, like, disappear and we could walk over, but not really. Kinda curious. Can I hit the chandelier? Okay, nope. I was like, maybe I could, like, hit it and, like, it would come crashing down, and yeah, look at that treasure. An idea actually comes to me here. Okay. Because we get high, but not that high, going that direction. So maybe this is actually from going this direction and trying to wrap around. But let's take a quick peek this way. Like, obviously not there, but what if we do leave here? Ah, okay. That theory seems increasingly unlikely now. Because it looks like we'd want to enter in from, like, maybe, like, that level of elevation. But no parts of the roof really get that high. Some of these statues don't quite look like the others, though. I wonder... Yeah, I kind of figured. Oh. Oh. Okay, maybe this way. So instead of going forward... What even is forward? Yeah, barricades and a lot of guards. Okay. Oh. Actually, in hindsight, I don't know which path is forward. Okay, Soul of the Crestfallen Knight. I mean, this seems a more secret of the past, but it might not be. Oh boy. I see you up there. You gargoyles. Oh no, those are... Okay. Those appear to be the angels. Don't start stuff with me, angels. I'm just trying to look for an entrance here to go further down. We will have our beef when I have full flasks. And see, stuff like that is why I can't tell which direction is the proper forward. Like, I mean, if I had to take a guess, that's still proper path forward over there. Because that's probably the prince. This is probably the whatever thing that we saw that was like, the lore was like, they locked her away in the Grand Archive. So, emissary of the angels, some mother of the angels, something like that. Ah, boo, we can't get on top of there. Okay. careful to make sure we don't trigger the angels. This feels like a trap. Oh, Estus shard. Nice. It's been a while since I got one of those. Okay, I can't just hug that around to, like, check out that side. Still seeing... Wait. Really? This feels like it's like, oh, hit this and the path to the rafters will be revealed. But it's like weakened. Try smash attack. Oh. How peculiar. One more go. Okay, I guess I'm just crazy. Please continue to ignore me, angels. I guess that dome has damage, too. Yeah, I'm not seeing any, like, secret way to maybe drop down over there and, like, enter in from that point. This is really vexing, though, I gotta say. Oh, actually, I wonder. Do we have any fire bombs left? Yeah, we do. Okay, black firebomb. Okay, a bit high. Okay. No, not a secret then, I guess. Weird. Okay, let's go ahead. Because I don't trust those guys not to start stuff. Bust out the repeating crossbow. Certainly don't sound friendly. Hunter's Ring. Are they above or below me? It would appear they're above me. Need to stay alert. Well, this is an obvious secret. Or not. Hmm. How very strange. Here's what I was looking for. Whew. Gonna swap to a smaller weapon that doesn't get the camera in the way of the camera that much. I feel like I have no choice but to drop down onto this giant chandelier. Okay. Oh, that's her. Okay. Or was her. Divine Pillars of Light. It appears to be a spell or a miracle. Yep. Divine Pillars of Light. Bring down multiple pillars of light in vicinity. Miracle of Gertrude, the Heavenly Daughter. Brings down multiple pillars of light in vicinity. The Queen's holy maiden Gertrude was visited by an angel, who revealed this tale to her. Despite losing both her sight and her voice, she was determined to record the tale. Ordinary men cannot decipher her fragmentary scrawl, nor comprehend how it became the foundation of the angelic faith of Lothric. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, so I guess she's no longer alive. Yep, and there's what we're looking for treasure up here. Okay, just gotta be careful. Not a fan of heights. Okay, a blessed gem, not bad. Okay, now we know a ladder is somewhere to the left. I wonder if the intention is that we're supposed to fall down onto the brick part. Yep, there's a ladder. Okay. Okay, good. Not seeing any treasure over there, so... Making sure we're not missing anything so that we don't have to backtrack later. Okay. Boom. Oh, alright. We're gonna top off in case, Mimic. I want to make sure we hit one at a time. Okay. Okay, neither appear to be a Mimic. Cool. Twinkling Titanite 3. Nice. Divine Blessing. Okay. Nothing too spectacular, but also not bad. I kind of thought there'd be a bit more lore behind the whole angel thing, since that's yet kind of another new cosmic force that it feels like this game's introducing. Kind of like how the deep is kind of like Abyss adjacent, but not the Abyss. Okay. Go over here. I'm debating on how I want to do this here. I take the long way. Yeah, let's do that. I don't want to basically warp back to the fireplace just quite yet, since I like the angels being down, and I don't want to reset them quite yet. So... we already have this path cleared, so just run back here. Drop down here. Yeah, I want to try and at least, like, take down / examine an angel. Because I really thought that those things kind of flying through the sky were probably the angels, but the things that we're seeing are much more angel than these guys, which, if those guys are angels, then who are those guys up in the sky? I guess it could be like black angels or... I want to say fallen angels, but they're literally floating up higher than the other ones are, so... Maybe they're like abyss angels? They definitely have that look down of that the angel guards. There's a light. Oh, okay. Okay, only a Titanite chunk. Thought there might be more. Kind of curious. Is it possible to mind control them at all? Stamina. Okay, large Titanite chunk. Okay, I can't remember if this last one was looking towards this direction or away from it. Okay. So we can try to sneak up on him from behind. Titanite slab, nice. And large Titanite shard. Okay. So it actually was something for killing all three of them. Okay. I don't see any other potential things, but now that the path is clear, we can at least kind of maybe check out up here and then maybe, like, hop down in case there's anything. So I'm noticing that this part's, like, destroyed. Yeah, still, I'm not quite certain why this, like, entryway is possible. Okay. No secret thus far. Still nothing. Okay, I guess back over here. Drop down again. I kind of wondered briefly if maybe, like, killing all three had opened up the path in here. But doesn't appear to have. Unless maybe now it's just destroyable. No, okay. And doesn't look like there's anything to be gained from falling down there. As I like to say, in for a penny, in for a pound, we might as well double check these walls. But so far... Oop. Okay. Every now and then when I hear it make a different sound, I wonder. But destructible walls haven't really been a thing in these games. Usually it's one hit, the illusion's dispelled, that's it, move on. Okay. Down. Just gonna double check this side of things, but it doesn't look like anything. And yeah, it's just a drop down there, not really going up at all. Okay. Think that's that for those. Okay. Down there we go. But okay, we definitely need to get some health back, so we do need to go back to the, or a fire. Let's go back to the Shrine Bonfire. I think we can probably bust open Soul and level up. Because we're either in the 60,000s or the 70,000s for levels right now. I'd imagine probably the 70,000s. But let's confirm.
Welcome home, speak. Very well, then take nap.
Okay, right below 70,000, okay.
Farewell, Ashney the Flip.
Okay, let's go ahead and bust open a soul. Large Soul of a Weary Warrior. Sure. How many do you give me? Okay. So yeah, if we do 2 of those, roughly. And then we need some change. Okay. Nameless Soldier? There we go.
Welcome home, speak. Very well, then take nap.
Okay, we're already at 30 for all those. Yeah, we're moving up on decks to try and eventually get that one katana. Highly doubtful we'll get there, but, you know. You know, that you never know. That's how much we know. But okay. Good, good. Alright, back to the archives. So we found basically the Heavenly Daughter? Was that her name? But it sounds like she got contacted by the angels. It's still questionable whether the fat guys we fought are actual angels or like knights, like angelic knights that have been transformed to be more angelic in nature, but maybe they're not the angels themselves. But they did have feathers, and there's feathers in the cage. Though she wasn't an angel, though. She basically was, you know, touched by an angel for all for all ways to kind of put it there. Like, yeah, hopefully we'll get more answers as we kind of move forward here. Because I'm intrigued on what's up with the angels. Because again, they're kind of a new cosmic force here, being introduced that we haven't met before. Like, so far, the most heavenly things we've come across in these games for the Dark Souls mainline are anything connected back to Lord Gwen. Like, that is kind of the definition of holy in these games. So for there to be, like, a more heavenly thing, that raises some questions. Though I guess you could go further and say, well, where did Lord Gwen come from? Because he's not human. There's no way this isn't a trap. The dragon gonna swoop down. Okay. There's one regular knight in the very back. I guess. You make a good pawn. Okay, running retreat. Nope, nope, uh-oh. Actually. Such a good spell. Okay, large Titanite shard. There we go. Oh, we forgot to reinforce our flask. Oh well. Good. Oh. Large Titanite Shard, and Lothrop Knight Gauntlets, large Titanite Shard. Okay. Ominous, highly likely boss door. Oh. really hoping for a bonfire closer here, so we don't have to go through the gauntlet every time. Oh, elevator. Okay. But where does the elevator go? Oh, and yeah, basically we have a new flash charge available. Oh, or I guess not. Okay, here we go. Okay. So we've opened up this shortcut. That's from the, I believe, the Dragon Slayer Knight. Although that also lends credence to that it's probably a boss behind this door. Not that it was much of a mystery, given the magnificence of the door. Gargoyle Kings. Alright. Prince? Are you in here? Okay. Hello, Boss Arena. You look very arena-like. Now the question is, do we keep the hammer? Probably. I kind of expected a cutscene right at the bat, but I guess sometimes, there we go.
Oh dear. Another dogged contender. Welcome, unkindled one, purloiner of cinders. Mind you, the mantle of Lord interests me none. The fire-linking curse, the legacy of lords, let it all fade into nothing. You've done quite enough. Now have your rest.
Interesting. Wait. Oh, ouch. Stamina back. Ouch. Okay. Stamina. Yep, that was too easy. Come on, phase 2. I know you're coming. Especially since the actual prince is still up there. And I think that's the Lothric Prince.
Dear brother, I am on my way. My brother, unyielding sword of Lothric's prince. Rise if you would, for that is our curse.
Okay, there we are. They're melded together now. Oh boy. Okay, so we gotta be a bit more conservative in phase 1. I'm trying to think if we want to... Yeah, we want to run backwards from this fire. I wonder basically if the hammer might be... Yeah, okay. Let's touch this fire to get it as, like, marked as, like, our return point. Even though... Nah, the other basically closer bonfire is an elevator right away, so that would result in 2 elevator rides, so let's try to avoid that. Okay, so over here, get stamina back. Alright, elevator go up. I forget, does the elevator exit the same way it entered, or does it more of like walk in, move, then keep walking forward? The ladder. Should be able to just run past these guys. Definitely hits like a truck, but should be okay. Oh, Lorian, okay. That's good. Yeah, alright. Trying to learn to be conservative with the flasks. Although, yeah, we should probably go back and reinforce the flask. Or at the very least also change out spells since we're no longer going through dungeon progression. Although also it reminds me that we should probably... it's like, that the skill we learned in the DLC is to use our weapon skills more, which our hammer is pretty good for that. We can kind of like tank some hits a bit stronger. Alright, let's go reinforce our flask.
Just good, wasn't he?
Okay, reinforce flask. Yep. Then allocate. You know what? Sure. I still think basically 10 health flasks is fine.
Pretty big, I don't.
And alright. I do wonder if a faster weapon might not be more advantageous here. Alright, travel back to Dragon Slayer armor. And it seems like in Phase 2, we'll probably need to take care of the younger brother, which I think is our target. Well, obviously, given that he has, I guess, the title of Cinder Lord, he's like, no interest in the title of Lords. Which I guess would imply that his brother is one that became king. Wait, not this way. I do wonder if... Like, I keep wondering basically how much usage we can get out of our repeater crossbow here. Or if it's better saved for maybe Phase 2? Basically the assumption that if Tiny Back Prince is our true target, because I assume the Elder will get up if we don't kill the younger first in Phase 2. But we might just, like, hit both of them with our large swings. So both our hammer and our scythe are pretty wide sweeping. But I guess I should get used to the crossbow a bit more. The hammer's where it's at. There's a lot more warp happy this time in general. Yeah, saw that coming.
Rocks are grey, but you know this here too, if you like.
Okay, learned a few lessons there. His teleportation definitely makes it a bit difficult to use the auto-repeater crossbow. I still think that weapon can probably do great dividends, but it has to be against large targets, like a dragon. Like, if we're refighting Dark Eater with that crossbow, like, that'd be much better an option. Someone like him, who basically can hit hard and all that, I think Hammer's the way to go. Do I want to use Spell? Because these guys seem to be pretty holy element, so maybe Dark would be pretty good against them. We could bust out Dark Combustion. Yeah, those are not remotely usable there, but we could also poison. Well, I don't know. He warps around too much, or maybe poison's not the way. I'm debating if I want any other fire spells, or just because they're all shared in one thing. It's like, find your best spell and just gonna rinse repeat. And that's the utility. It's kind of nice, because, like, kind of a reason to have multiple spells on, but there's not much utility on a boss outside of, are you hitting them hard? Keep hitting them. Again, poison's nice for when you're always on the run, but this fight's not always on the run per se. Although, he has a few times where I could probably hit him with poison, and that's like focus on stamina recovery. Like, poison's pretty good pairing with the hammer, since that way, as I'm having to deal with stamina regen, I'm still technically doing damage. But okay. Make sure Black Flame is equipped. Yeah, I think basically just in terms of quick hit and dodge, sword might be the best here. Ouch. Hardly shocking, but hammer is better. Off my timing here. Yeah, the fact is that delay when it teleports, where it's trying to be friendly, but I expect the strike to continue the same cadence, and it really doesn't. Part of it is like a really supposed to die, but yeah. Really, it's all about Mace is a place. What can I say? It's a very doable fight, though. I think the issue is I just gotta stick to it when it comes to using hammer. Again, probably swap off the Black Flame. Poison's probably a better bet here. As nuts as it kind of sounds to say, because it's like, takes a while to get out, and then they have to kind of linger there, but... Wait, no, the wrong way. And now think about it, it might be especially good against a more frail brother, actual target. Which I want to say... I was going to say it's like, his name's Lorien? But I think that's the older brother. I used to remember what the younger prince's name was, because we were hunting him down, but... My brain's like, Lothric. I'm like, nope, that's the name of the kingdom. run out of the elevator here. Okay, good. Alright, stamina up. Alright, there's that stuff. Might be immune to poison. That was poor timing on my part. Poison's not the way to go. I think our first solution was the best solution. And there is a strong argument to be made that I should reallocate flasks, but I'm gonna try using basically my mace skill more often here. Just in case we forget, let's go ahead and reset our spells back to the normal suite of them. Okay, where are you, Spook? Nope, that is wrong one. Rapport. You are Spook. Alright. Yeah, we just gotta slug it out. Which is, doable. And we slugged it out basically against a few of the others. Alright. Balance our stamina here for the run. I think we looked at both sides, see if there's any secrets, so I don't think there is any. Yeah, doesn't appear to be. There we go. Okay, first priority is get our souls, because we have, like, what, 20,000 souls? For that timing. Man, I thought it was different. I thought he was gonna go for the poke. There we go. wow, I just messed up all my dodge timing suddenly. Lothric. Okay, so it is basically... So yeah, the castle is after the younger prince. Prince Lothric, Lothric Castle. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Just a good old-fashioned hit-by-hit fight, which did way better in the first half than it did in that second half. I can't believe I messed it up so quickly, so swiftly, so thoroughly. Also gotta make sure I use my hammer skill. It is there for a reason. Going up. I think it could have been easier to just put a bonfire up there, but oh well. It is what it is. At least I'm remembering to put the elevator back down, otherwise it'd be double the weight. Alright. Back in. I got too greedy. I went for finishing them off. In hindsight, that was a bad idea, though, since, like, they would have spawned right where I was, so there would have been no time to drink. And I do think trying to keep a target lock is better in this fight. Since being able to track them, basically, is pretty good. Yeah, I think we only really need to worry ourselves about armor. I mean, I don't know. For as much as I'm saying, it's like, you know, really gotta use weapon skill more often, it's like, honestly, we shouldn't be getting hit in the first place. And by the time we get hit, sometimes it wears off. I don't know. It was pretty good, though, against Sister Freyde, though. At times. Ultimately, for her fight, we just kind of ended up running around like a chicken with her head cut off, but it worked in the end. It was a bold, innovative strategy of being a coward. There's a reason that we're friends with Patches. We're both cowards in our heart at the end of the day. Alright. Yep. More. Ouch. Hit. Retreat from the counter. Way too early dodge. What am I doing? Quite sloppy. Aw, really? Such a sloppy performance on my part here. That I dodged that. Aw, come on, I dodged that one at least.
Marks are brave, but you may rest here too, if you like.
Poor showing on my part. Oh. I stabilized a bit in the second half of the first phase. But man, was I just, like, mistiming so much of my dodges there. I need to clear my mind. All is hammer. There is no armor skills. There's only dodge and hammer. Dodge, hammer, drink, and again, it's like one of those things of like, I should probably change the flask allocation. Should probably go with like maybe 12 flasks to mana, because we're just not using the mana enough, really. We use it when dungeon crawling due to utility skill, so we don't really do it for boss fights. Few weapons can compare to hammer. Hammer hit hard. And like, I think there are certain fights where certain other weapons would be the better choice, maybe. Like, I think the repeater would be good against a giant, like, hefty fiend with some, like, you know, a bit longer of a cooldown, but not this guy, though. Of course, I'm just like, I'm doing well. Let me start screwing it up. Ouch. Gotta stop dodging that so early. Go. Yeah, we got the younger prince did work on us there. I should have kept running after the initial dodge. Not gonna do a fast forward edit yet, since like there wouldn't be much gameplay after the fast-forward edit outside the boss fight itself, but if we die a few more times, where we're getting to the hour-and-a-half mark, I'll then do an edit forward to a successful attempt. I don't imagine this being long. Honestly, the boss fight, once I lock in a bit, like, I'm already getting through phase 1 a bit easier. It's just kind of like dun dun dun. It doesn't got the spice of the DLC fight, so I don't have to worry about that. I just gotta worry about being sloppy. The biggest enemy is myself. I am the truest boss of them all. My one eye sticking out of my nun's clothes. Alright. Run, run, run. Get some stamina back. Run, run, run. Stamina back. Honestly, the fact we didn't get our souls back is for the best. Less of a distraction, and even then, man, just like... Yeah, I really should be running as soon as I enter the fight to get him to teleport to kind of like reorient the fight. Grumble, stupid, teleport, 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 teleport. Like fighting some teleport characters in fighting games. It's like, behind you, in front of you, behind you, in front of you, up above you. It's like, quit it. But that's how you deal with them. You just predict where they're going to be and you hit them. Well, normally. In a fighting game, you can hit them and they don't attack back. This, he teleports, I hit him, he's like, I'm still doing my attack. It's like, oh. Okay, then I guess I eat it. And I have much less health than you, good sir. Alright. Run out. Pass this dude. Okay, get stamina back. Yeah, time to follow my own advice. Oh, I totally started my jump. Really doesn't like giving him a chance to drink, though. And of course I dodged way too early with that one again. Oh, okay. Okay, we'll do one more, and if not successful attempt, then we'll go ahead and do an edit forward. I say, there we are, yeah, we can do it edit forward. I was looking at the main time, since I don't have a ton of time allocated for gaming today, but enough to take care of this little princeling. And the other princeling. Both princes. Boss run back. I do wonder if it would be better without the target lock, but I think it's better more than it's worth in terms of being able to kind of read the telegraphing on this attack, so the big issue is that when it breaks and you kind of get disoriented. But I mean, that's another reason that basically teleport characters, even in fighting games, tend to be a pain in the butt, because it's like, it's playing with the way your character thinks they're facing. Ouch. I missed that. Top off. Because stuff like that. Should have rolled forward. Very hard. Drink. I'm going to basically go back to the Firelink Shrine, reallocate the flask up to 12. I think we have to do it with some of the other bosses anyway, so... Also assuming the gamer posture is the proper posture. No more slouching allowed. But alright, we'll do the etiquette after we're basically back to Firelink. Alright, back to Firelink. I have him on the ropes, I say. This is doable. I mean, very much so doable, not like crazy. Oh yeah, I was like, why am I back again? I was like, oh yeah, allocating flash charges. The issue of being an old man, my memory just going.
What neat.
Alright, allocate. There we go.
Pretty big, I don't.
Alright. And then back on over. Yes, I'm keeping in this exciting action. But mainly, basically, that, like, I tried to avoid too much changing of configurations between rounds fighting a boss, so that way it's like, you know, not come back and then all my weapons are changed around to new stuff. It's like, that's always a bit weird. I did that like 1 or 2 times across all the different Climb to Elden Ring games so far. But that's mainly me breaking in the souls and being like, okay, I think this weapon might work. Okay, I think this weapon might work. It's kind of me throwing stuff at the wall. This guy, I very much know his weakness. It's called hammer, and it's to his face. It's where it's the place where the hammer goes. But okay, we will do a quick edit forward here, and 3, 2, 1. Alright, I'm gonna try something here real quick that I've kind of been curious about. Do we have... Well, we can do critical attacks. Not sure about that. I'm wondering if we have, because I know we've come across it in past games, but a ring to boost stagger. Because when we stagger this guy, it's pretty good. Strength. More spells, sorceries. If we do have it, I'm not seeing it. Enemies lose stamina from guarding, absorb HP. And then... I do wonder by how much that boosts attack. And it's like boost attack as long as attacking persists. Okay. Does not look like we have something that can cause more stagger. But, oh well, I figure out a look. Just because when I do get it off, it's nice. But it makes sense that that would be a rare ring, because I think there was a rare ring in other past games that we've gotten it. Okay, back on the elevator we go. Boom. Whew. Alright. Run. Oh, what the? Ah, dang it. Let's try that again. There we go. Okay. I do wonder if there's any magic that would be good here that we have. But the teleporting really just means no. It's like... Teleporting is what it's gonna do! Drink. Cinders of a Lord, Soul of the Twin Princes. Nice. Nice, Ember restored. Alright. That's fair. Of all the attempts to go right, it's the one where I work up the elevator and I'm checking my inventory beforehand. But you know what? It's fine. It's fine. I'm very curious what happens when we put the last of the lords on the throne. What will occur? But let's go back to the shrine. I'm restarting. Oh, I forgot to pause the timer. Oopsie, my bad. But that's fine. We are basically at time, so just going to wrap things up here, and we will save for what happens when we put the last of the Cinder Lords on their throne next time. So, level up.
Welcome home, Speaker. Very well. Then taken up.
Okay. I guess more decks. Cool. Kinda curious.
Ashen One, may I pose thee a question? Has the little Lord Ludleth spoken to thee?
Okay, so she's not going to mention the fact we have all the lords defeated.
The thing, pray tell. Farewell, may the...
But okay, let's go ahead up here. Hello.
Aha, that's all.
Actually, hold on.
Now.
We actually did not... Whoa, okay, nope. Ignore me. I wanted to check out the soul of the Twin Princes. Soul of the Twin Princes, one of the Twisted Souls steeped in strength. Use required number of souls or transposed to strength. The two princes rejected their duty to become Lords of Cinder and settled down far, far away to watch the fire fade from a distance. A curse makes their souls nearly inseparable. Interesting.
Aha, so.
Yeah, right. Now what do they become? Lothric's Holy Sword. Prince Lothric's Straight Sword, blessed by Emma with potent magic. Okay, which Emma was the heavenly daughter ambassador thing. Young Lothric was meant to be a champion and was expected to wield this platinum sword, but some things remain distant dreams forever. Skill, Sacred Lothric Light. Assume stance to imbue sword with sacred light, and use strong attack to release light together with a strong thrust of the sword. Okay. And Lorien's Great Sword. Ultra Great Sword of Lorien, Prince Lothric's older brother, cast in smoldering molten steel and stained black. Before Lorien embraced his brother's curse, he was a knight who single-handedly slayed the Demon Prince, but the victory eternally scorched his sword with flame. Skill, Flame of Lorien. Lunge forward to transform smolder into flame, and follow with strong attack to launch flame across ground. Okay. 26 strength on that. 14 faith on this one. Both are intriguing, but I mean, obviously at this point in the game, it's like, we're not going to be using much boss weapons, but I was still curious.
Now.
Alright. Is there anything else? I guess we can keep the current flask allocation the way it is. Because we're probably going to come across more and more enemies that can't be mind-controlled. We do need to get more bolts from the few times that we did use bolts in that fight. Okay, not too many though. Okay.
Ashen One.
Is there anything else to really use our souls on? Not seemingly so. And I do need to wrap things up here anyway, so we will go ahead and call things here, and yeah, all Cinder Lords defeated, so next time, the last of the Lords is going on his throne, and we will find out what happens next. I'm assuming some sort of portal to somewhere that's going to be the final area opens up, and shenanigans ensue. Maybe with the Firekeeper, maybe not. Probably not with the Firekeeper, actually, in hindsight, because I don't imagine the game would get rid of our level up maiden. Like, this how it is. Going back to the Candle Maiden from Demon Souls, we always gotta have a maiden here to level us up, so. Or, I mean, technically Dark Souls 1 didn't have a, like, there was a maiden keeping the fire active, but we didn't really talk to her much because she was kind of imprisoned down below. Then we brought her back from the dead, and she had a rough life. It was the bonfires that leveled us up back then. But even Dahl back in Bloodborne. But yeah, I'll be curious what happens when we put the last of the Lords of Cinder on his throne. Very curious indeed. I mean, I guess the linking of the fire should occur, but we'll get our answers next time. So, until then, later.